change in our planet, in our lives, it's a time to really take stock of what are our thoughts and what are our feelings, because the Ascended Masters teach us a path of divine peace, and we're going to be exploring how do we attain divine peace. So Gautama Buddha, he determined to meditate under the Bo tree until he attained enlightenment, which is a state of absolute peace and desirelessness. And after achieving his goal, Mara, the temptress, tried to convince Gautama that there was no use sharing his experience because no one would understand. Gautama's response was, "Some will understand." So my name's Christine, and I'm a longtime student of these teachings of the Ascended Masters, and I feel I have been remade by the tools that I'll be sharing with you today. We can all remake ourselves in the divine vibrations as we learn to use these tools. I first learned about these teachings through the anointed messenger of the Great White Brotherhood of the Ascended Masters, Elizabeth Clare Prophet. This is an image of Mrs. Prophet, and she was the founder of the Summit Lighthouse. For over 50 years, she published over 100 books in 30 languages and has taught on many different spiritual subjects, including karma and reincarnation, angels, twin flames and soulmates, spiritual psychology, and a path of self-mastery. So, who are the Ascended Masters? The Ascended Masters are our elder brothers and sisters on the spiritual path. They walked the earth, balanced their karma, mastered the circumstances of their lives, and ascended back to God. We can do that too, and they will show us how. So this chart represents a fundamental teaching of the Ascended Masters called the Chart of the Divine Self. And it's a portrait of God within us. This chart will help us understand the flow of energy and how we can heal our negative emotions, including stress. So there's 3 figures in this chart. We have an upper figure, a middle figure, and a lower figure. And the lower figure depicts us in physical form. This is a close-up of the upper figure in the chart, and it's known as the I Am Presence and the Causal Body. So the I Am Presence is in the center of the chart, where you see it's all white, and that is our individualized presence of God that each one of us has. And the rings represent our causal body, and they're actually spheres, and they are our bank account in heaven. They contain all the energy of the good works that we've ever done in our many incarnations. And each of these colors represents one of the 7 rays, which corresponds with one of the 7 chakras. And the middle figure of the chart is our higher self, or our inner teacher. Depending on our background, we can think of the higher self as Krishna or Buddha or Jesus or Guru Nanak. All these masters are part of the universal higher self. The higher self is a mediator between our I Am Presence and us on planet Earth. It's the voice of conscience. It's that voice that tells us right from wrong. When we're willing to listen, it also will give us guidance. It's actually, we have to learn to listen. We'll be talking more about that. So when we invoke light through the signs of the spoken word, It helps us transmute our karma, which is the misuses of God's light, and it gives us a greater connection with our higher self. The lower figure represents us on planet Earth within what's known as the tube of light, which is a cylinder 9 feet in diameter that comes from the I Am Presence, and it goes around us and underneath our feet. And this is a protective shield of energy when we invoke it, and each time we give it, it reinforces that armor of light around us. We're going to actually give it together. If you feel comfortable, because you're all going to be muted, so nobody will hear you. But I will lead it. And while you're saying it, if you can, picture that white 9-foot cylinder around your forearm, and inside of that cylinder, you can imagine violet fire. And violet, we'll learn about more on the violet flame, which is also known as a cosmic eraser. And this is how we can accelerate the balancing of our karma. So together, beloved, I am presence bright. Round me seal your tube of light. From ascended master flame, called forth now in God's own name. Let it keep my temple free from all discord sent to me. I am calling forth violet fire to blaze and transmute all desire, keeping on in freedom's name till I am one with the violet flame. It says balance, transmuting all desire, and there is God desire. The desire to be one with God is a desire that we don't need to surrender and transmute. So these are human desires we're talking about in this case. So we talked about 3 upper bodies, the I Am Presence, the causal bodies, and the higher self. We also have 4 lower bodies. We have the physical, which is the densest of the 4 bodies. We have the emotional, which is the next densest, then the mental, and then the etheric or memory body. And you can see them denoted on this image. This is known as the auric egg, which is an image of our electronic presence, our force field. So we have many lifetimes of thoughts and feelings and actions that are recorded in our energy field. And we've been given tools that we can change any negative patterns. We all have negative patterns or we wouldn't be here still, which really is our karma. Our karma is the past misuses of God's light through thought, through word, through deed, through our feeling world. Some people, it's new information to think that, oh, we actually make karma with our feelings. We hurt ourselves as well as others when we have negativity. So we're going to learn about how we can ask the masters for help to overcome these negative patterns. So our chakras are meant to be step-down transformers of God's light. And it's through these 7 energy centers that the spiritual energy from our higher self is dispersed throughout our body. Our negative karma disrupts the flow of light from the higher self. And if we have a momentum, say, of misusing our throat chakra in deception or cursing, we have a karma that lodges in that throat chakra, and it will not look like this. It will not be the clear blue that we see here. And the energy as it comes down from the higher self will get blocked. And if it's a thought, it'll be in our crown chakra, the highest of the vibrating of the chakras. And therefore, we don't have as clear of a connection to the higher self. So just you see here, you have light going through a prism. It's refracted in different colors. Spiritual light also is refracted. The white light of the spirit is refracted into 7 colored rays. And each of the colored rays manifests specific qualities. These, as I mentioned, these 7 rays correspond with our 7 chakras. The qualities of the violet ray are the closest to matter and therefore have the highest ability or the greatest ability to affect change in our world. In past ages, the knowledge of the violet flame was only available to those who had passed difficult initiations in secret societies. And these saints and sages of East and West used the violet flame for their spiritual development. It was not until the 20th century that the violet flame was made available to everyone. And this came about because the Ascended Master Saint Germain saw the many challenges that we would be facing. And he went before the spiritual overseers for this planet and proposed the universal release of the knowledge of the violet flame. And now you can read about the violet flame on the internet, in books, in lectures like this. So there's 3 steps to transform our negative emotions. The first is awareness. Second is the willingness to surrender that negative pattern. And the third is practice. So awareness, are we aware of the patterns of negativity in our consciousness? Are we aware of perhaps negative emotions such as fear, anxiety, nervous tension, criticism, condemnation, judgment, sense of lack, depression, gossip? All of these can be changed into positive feelings like love and forgiveness and joy and gratitude, appreciation and kindness. So the first step is to be aware. And we have to be really ready to be aware, because some people really aren't aware of their thoughts and feelings. They just go on in the background of consciousness and people don't necessarily notice them. And they're habitual and they're subtle and they can be difficult to see. Pride, denial, and ignorance can stand in the way of our ability to see clearly. And when we desire to grow in awareness, the Ascended Masters will help us when we ask. How do we ask? We simply use the name of a master and we ask for help to surrender a particular state of consciousness. Like this: Beloved Saint Germain, help me to forgive my parents. Help me to surrender resentment. And then the master will use the violet flame energy of the mantra that we give, and they'll multiply it and send it back as perfected healing energy. Surrender. Are we ready to let go of our negative perspectives, programs of thinking and feeling? Are we ready to change and let go of stored resentments? If part of us is ready and another part of us is not ready, again, we ask the Ascended Masters to help us, because we do have compartments of consciousness. We have wounded parts that are holding us back, or there's another part of us that's really ready to take the step of surrendering. Practice, a third step. So how do we practice? First, we practice by noticing our thoughts and our feelings, because we can't change what we don't see. Then we decide if we're ready to surrender that pattern. Let's say we have a pattern of criticizing even ourselves. That's a misuse of God's light as well, because we are stamping our 4 lower bodies with negativity, and that's a misuse of God's light. So then when we notice it, we have to have the will, God's will, desiring in us to change that pattern. And when we practice redirecting the thoughts and the feelings into positive ones, we can use the violet flame affirmations to help us accomplish this. But it takes that willingness to discipline our awareness so that we're not allowing the old patterns just to re-energize themselves. So we invoke the violet flame through affirmations, mantras, also known as decrees, with visualization and intention. When we give a mantra, we draw the power of God's energy to manifest positive change. The power of the spoken word is the power to create. So we want to be aware of how we use words. Do we use words in support and kindness towards life, towards our brothers and sisters on the path of wholeness? Our words carry light, and we're responsible karmically for each word, each thought, and each feeling. Negative energy of our karma accumulates in the atoms and the cells of our bodies, causing the atoms and electrons to slow down in their spin. So you can see on the left, the dark energy, and in the middle, the violet flame being invoked, and on the right, a cell that has been freed of the karmic negativity. The violet flame is like a cosmic eraser, and it changes our negative patterns to light. Without this dense energy, the electrons begin to move more freely, raising our vibration. So on the next slide, we're going to hear Elizabeth Clare Prophet in a 2-minute video clip explaining how the violet flame can help us heal our negative karma.
Next slide you're going to see is the violet fire burning through what appear to be rocks or clumps of wood. You have to imagine this at the cellular level of karma lodging in the cells and molecules and atoms of your being, flecks of dust or soot or crystallized substance that has a negative vibration. That is exactly how karma clogs our beings, our bodies, the earth, the water, the air. And that is why we get burdened, and that's why our vibrations go down. The definition of vibration, by the way, is the rate of the spin of the electron around the atoms of your being. That's the truth, and that's what you'll read about in the first Keeper of the Flame lesson. So what happens is that the density of our consciousness, because it's God's light, we're misqualifying, it accumulates as fine dust or smog between those wide open spaces of the electrons. So they slow down, they can't pass through.
Oh dear, sorry about that.
It accumulates as fine dust or smog between those wide open spaces of the electrons. So they slow down, they can't pass through as easily. And the rate of that revolution of the electron around the nucleus determines your personal vibration. And the more you have light and the violet flame, the more you accelerate, the more you have energy. There is a new joy in your life because the electrons themselves are enjoying that cosmic spin you're giving them. So that substance that gets heavy between the electrons has been compared to molasses or asphalt hardened, or to clumps of substance like on the screen.
So these colors of the chakras have been given to us from the Ascended Masters as the chakras in their highest vibrational state without any karma. You see a short mantra on the screen, and that has been given to us by the Ascended Master Saint Germain. And the mantra goes like this: I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. And the M is capitalized because the I am that I am is the name of God, and what we're doing is calling down the light from our I am presence down here to us in planet Earth. So as above, so below. When we give this powerful mantra, we visualize ourselves in a cleansing, dancing violet flame. And the violet flame will start to change those negative patterns that we're ready to let go of. I invite you to give this mantra with a 1-minute audio recording of Mrs. Prophet leading the mantra. You may wonder why we repeat a mantra. Sound and words are energetic cups of light, and the more the mantra is repeated, the more light is released.
I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires.
Now we're going to see a video of that violet flame with the same mantra going a bit faster and seeing if you notice a difference between a faster pace as you give this violet flame. So this is going to be the violet flame working in one of our cells. And again, picturing with your third eye, the action of the violet flame strengthens the action.
I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires.
Forgiveness is an essential key to transmuting our karma. Karma is a universal law, and we receive a return of whatever energy we send out through our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. We're karmically tied to those who we don't forgive. If we want to forgive, but we need help, the violet flame will help us heal the pain that's preventing us from forgiving. Remember, we talked about awareness, surrender, and practice. Are we ready to let it go? That's the surrender portion of this alchemical key. I'm going to play some meditative music, and I invite you to join in the violet flame ritual of forgiveness. And I will lead you in a short meditation to let go of any resentment you may have. And that could be towards yourself, towards God, or another person. I'll ask you to first to close your eyes and visualize yourself within a dancing violet flame. Bring to your mind the image of someone who you are ready to forgive and who would benefit from your forgiveness. You can ask your higher self to help you let go of some sense of injustice or anger or blame or any negative memory. And also that this person will be able to receive your desire for resolution. Then send winged love spheres of violet flame from your heart to theirs. And if it's yourself you need to forgive or God you need to forgive, just with your intention of your mind, you're going to direct that violet flame wherever it needs to go. As we close our meditation, you can reinforce a sincere desire to continue your path of forgiving. And forgiving is healing. You gently open your eyes with a sense of the desire to move forward in our lives with no more resentment for any part of life. Next slide, we're going to do another violet flame mantra or decree. And you're going to see how you can picture the violet flame around other people. And you can see the words on the screen.
I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame to light alone I bow. I am the violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame to light alone I bow. The violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame to light alone I bow. I am the violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame to light alone I bow. The violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame to light alone I bow. I am the violet mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame to light alone I bow. The violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame to light alone I bow. I am the violet mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame to light alone I bow. The violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone.
As we're coming to the close of our workshop, at least for the presentation part of it, we're going to end with what's known as a violet singing flame meditation. And this is an opportunity for you to just feel the vibration of the violet flame, listen to the mantras being given by Elizabeth Clare Prophet.
blaze and blaze and blaze. Come violet flame to raise and raise and raise. The earth and all thereon, the earth and all thereon, the earth and all thereon. Come violet flame, now raise and raise and raise. Come violet flame to blaze and blaze and blaze. The plants and elemental creatures, the plants and elemental creatures, the plants and elemental creatures. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires, I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. Light set me free, light set me free, light set me free. Light I am, light I am, light I am, I am, I am. Light command, light command, light command, command, command. Light demand, light demand, light demand, demand, demand. Light expand, light expand, light expand, expand, expand. Light I am, light I am, light I am, I am, I am. Light set me free, light set me free. I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires, I am that I am. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. Here and now I take my vow to be thyself. Oh, be thyself as God in me, I see thyself as God in me. A flame to keep, a flame to know, this is the life that I would know I am. That I am, oh God, I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. Violet flame come forth, violet flame come forth. I command I am, I am. Seal me now in violet flame. Saint Germain, seal me now in violet flame. Fiery purple heart of Saint Germain, command all light free. Set the captives free, set the captives free, set the captives free. Now and for eternity, God, victory, faith, hope, and charity come forth. Threefold light within my heart, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, speak thy word, I would hear it, oh. God, I am, God, I am, God, I am free. I am free, O God. Come and be in me thyself, thyself in God, in love. I am thy life, thy truth, thy way. Lord of life, I would be the fullness of thyself in form and formlessness. Blaze thy violet flame through me, freedom flame, I would see to set the captives free. Set the captives free, O God, expand, expand throughout the earth, expand throughout the land, expand throughout the galaxies, oh. Blaze and sweep and burn, consume the cause and core, make darkness into light. Flame of Holy Spirit, enter now my temple. Sacred fire burn and blaze, sacred fire burn and blaze. Consume the cause and core in every plane of being. Let darkness be all light. Let darkness be all light. Let darkness be all light. In the name of the Christ, in the name of the I am that I am, I call it forth, and I accept it done this hour in full power.
We can change how we think and how we feel and how we act, and therefore we can change our future. We can repattern who we are by learning and mastering the tools of the Sun Masters and many more that we will present in our ongoing sessions.